Can we bin it?
Lesbinit.
Hi everyone, I'm Nads, a Pakistani lesbian born and raised in the Middle East.
And I'm Nada, I'm a Brazilian lesbian from Portugal, and we both currently live in London. We decided to start this podcast, Lesbinit, because we would send each other lesbian Reddit posts and talk about them for hours.
Hours.
We tried to find commentary relating to those issues online, but we couldn't find much, so we said fuck it, and we just decided to do it ourselves.
And also, most queer media and queer discourse is often led by Western, white, class-privileged perspectives. Instead of waiting for someone to represent how we feel, which is more aligned with non-Western thought, we were like, why not? Let's give it a try. Be the representation we want to see,
Real.
you want to see, take up space,
Take space.
be annoying,
Share
our opinions, and yeah.
We are going to be reading ludicrous, crazy lesbian Reddit posts, and we will be giving our opinions and some advice because you girls do need it.
Yeah, y'all really need it. And we're going to be deciding whether we're binning it or not.
Lesbinit?
Let's bin it.
Can we bin it?
Lesbinit. Okay, so our first post title is Closeted Lesbian Affair with my 21 female boss 31 female. Lots of help needed.
Oh, God.
So, I'm in a bit of a conflicting situation. Here's the background. Up until a few weeks ago, I was with a boyfriend for several years, until I ended things because I realized I am a lesbian.
Good for you.
Good for you, girl. Shortly after our breakup, I began speaking more intimately with and getting advice from my department head at a big box store, who is an out lesbian with a girlfriend of multiple years. We have been close for about 3 years and have similar personalities and interests, but recently, things have progressed emotionally and physically, to the extent of her leaving her previous girlfriend days after we first became physically involved.
Oh my God, major red flag.
Cheating, okay, cool. Which I'm incredibly excited about the opportunity to pursue a relationship with her in a more natural, fair way. The main conflict comes from being closeted from my parents and family entirely, and due to the pandemic, I have moved back to my hometown from my college town and have been living in my parents' house.
That's the main conflict?
Literally. They don't even know that my boyfriend and I broke up because I have been using his name as a cover in order to see her. My department head has offered for me to move in with her because outside of my sexuality, my relationship with my parents have been a source of stress and anxiety for me for most of my life. I want to move in with her because our relationship feels so right, but I don't know how to get from my parents' house to hers.
Oh God.
I have absolutely no idea how to come clean about either relationship with my conservative Christian parents and definitely need some advice. Additionally, there's the issue with our jobs, where I am an hourly employee and she's salaried. As of today, she spoke with our store's general manager and it went well, but I'm being moved department starting next week. And while this will include a 5-hour pay raise, I don't know how to bring this up with my family either. I'm terrified of their disapproval and disappointment in me, even though I am about to earn my degree and will no longer have a need for financial dependency on them. But I am terrified of how my relationship may change with them through all of this. Any advice on how to learn to be comfortable being an autonomous adult in the eye of my parents and others and all that comes with that would be greatly appreciated.
I think you have other problems, girl. First of all, it's brilliant that you realize you're a lesbian. Brilliant, good job. Second of all, you were flirting and kikiing with that girl while she was in a relationship?
They had sex.
They did?
She broke up with her girlfriend after they became physically
my
involved for
God.
the first time.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So, many issues. You are 21, she's 31. You just got out of a relationship because you discovered you're a lesbian. I think that's incredible. Very happy for you. But obviously, you were already emotionally involved with her before you broke up with your boyfriend. Something tells me that you figured out you were a lesbian because of this little intimacy that you've been building up with this lady. Besides, the power dynamic is insane. She's 10 years older. She's your boss. You work under her wing.
Literally. And a lot of times we tend to, I think there's this normalization of age gaps within lesbian relationships because it's like oftentimes we see men as the predators. So it's like if a 31-year-old man was dating a 21-year-old girl and let's say she'd come out as straight after this, right? It would be problematic. It would be whilst I'm happy you're a lesbian, it's brilliant, good job. You have other problems at hand. The age gap is insane. When you're 31, when you're in your mid-20s even, you will realize how big of an age gap that is. When you're 21, like, looking back in my 21s, as much as numbers and age gaps, like, seemed okay to me then, now I'm like, oh my god, my brain was at a completely different stage then for me to be associating with anyone older. And it's insane how this person understands that, yet they cheated. Well, I would say cheated on their partner.
They did.
Because they liked you. And I think that's so disrespectful. Like, your relationship started not because of... It started through cheating. And I don't think you should be flattered like, oh, she left her girlfriend for me. It's having morals. If that's how she leaves her... What makes you think she's not going to leave you the next day another lesbian... Like,
how you get him is how you lose him.
Absolutely. And not to mention you're moving in with her right away.
Yeah. What's up with that?
What?
Why are you moving? Girl, come on. She's so infatuated. This is insane. Like, I understand you had sex. You're very excited. Why are you moving in with her straight away? And then she's saying that she mentioned that besides you finding out that you're gay, you don't have a great relationship with your parents. But still, clearly she's using that. So you want to move in with her. The gaslighting is already happening. Come on.
Exactly. Why can't you find another friend or a colleague to move in with? And I think it's so normalized within lesbian relationships, this infatuation like, oh, let's move in together right off the bat. I think it's very unhealthy. Just because you both are girls doesn't make it any less unhealthy. It's very unhealthy. I know it's worked out for some people, but in the long term, it just results in such, fragile boundaries you set for yourself and your person. And in the long term, it just makes your relationship collapse.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's too glamorized to the extent where, like, baby lesbians are like, oh, I'm going to move in with someone who's 10 years older than me.
Bro.
Within months, and who was just broken up with her girlfriend because of me. I think you have a lot of other problems than coming out to your parents. And they're also your boss. Like, how the fuck does that work? Like, it clearly seems like they had that leverage over you. And does the HR know this?
She's probably HR too.
Oh my god.
This is just, it's very bad. Because you were 10 years old, this girl was 20. You were still like kind of learning how to read. She was probably in college. This is crazy. And besides, you said up until a few weeks ago, I was with a boyfriend. So this is extremely recent. All of this hasn't even been happening for a month. Now you already want
weeks?
to... Yes, up until a few weeks ago.
Oh my god,
so
it's so months.
All of this happened very, very recently.
She was with her boyfriend for several years.
Several years, yes. And now you're ready to move in with this girlfriend.
Out of impulse.
Did you live with your boyfriend?
That's exactly, because why do you need to move in with her? I think you don't necessarily need to move in with her. You just want to. You're making it sound like that you need to move in with her, but you really don't have to.
Exactly.
And it's clear the other woman, your girlfriend, your 31-year-old girlfriend, has nowhere else to go. So now she's like, yeah, I need a roommate. Because she's broken
That's
up.
rude.
You get what I mean? So she's trying to persuade you to move in with her, but I think you're just getting groomed out of the convenience of this other person. And the fact that you found out you're a lesbian a few weeks ago and you're in a relationship with someone who's 10 years older than you, who's your boss, and moving in with them, it's not very lesbian-like, it's very unhealthy. Do not use the terminology to excuse your unhealthy behavior and your unhealthy reasoning for all of this.
Revoke U-Haul culture. Revoke, destroy, banish U-Haul culture. This is very stupid. And you're very young. Go live your life. Go be a hoe.
Literally, go to the lesbian bars, go to the lesbian clubs, dance on some ladies, do some fun, understand what it means to be lesbian. Like, do you like femmes or masks, or do you like both? What kind of girl are you? Like, it's such a fun period to figure that out for yourself. And instead, you've just, like, let this person who's 10 years older, who's your boss, who doesn't have another roommate, convince convince you to move in with them. In terms of coming out to your family being gay, like, I mean, you're still, I think it's also, like, such a common thought in the West, like, I need to come out to them. Like, you're still doing what you want anyway. You can eventually come out to them as things go steady. Right now, you're freshly lesbian. Just keep it private for yourself. It doesn't need to be under the apprehension of your parents and everyone else, because they will question you. And this is such a sacred time for you, which should be private for yourself. Converse about it with your friends, with other close queer peers, but it's not something that should be public right off the bat until you're secure in it, until you're confident in it. Come out when it's safe for you and when you feel safe in what you are. So what giving away advice would we give?
My advice is for you to be alone. Leave this woman alone. Don't get involved with someone that is 10 years older than you and someone that is your boss. Don't do that. What is this? This feels like a Wattpad fanfiction. Like, girl, no. Enough. And regarding your parents, forget about that. This is so fresh. You figured out you were gay weeks ago. You're 21. Your parents are conservative Christians. I don't think there's a need for you to come out. Tell them you broke up with your boyfriend because you're afraid of that. But there is no need for you to come out as of today.
Yeah, I think just, if you do want to come out to them, I think just really take your time and sit in who you are as a person and your sexuality, and come out to them when it's safe to you, right? Come out to them after like, as you said, you're going to be finishing your degree. So come out to them after that, and even then think about it. Is it something that I'm ready to share right now or not? I mean, I'm not guaranteeing it will happen, but you should be prepared for the worst. And right now, while something is so fresh, you're realizing about yourself, give yourself the grace to sit in it. But yeah, are we binning this person? We're binning this post?
I'm binning your relationship. I'll be honest, I don't care about your parents at all in this situation. You have bigger fish to fry. And that's your 31-year-old girlfriend. Your parents, that will happen in due time. You need to bin this person because this is very dangerous as well. The way this person can manipulate you and gaslight the fuck out of you, just because obviously there's a very big age gap, but there's an even bigger power dynamic here. Maybe focus on that. Think about your parents in the next few months. Right now, you need to work on your current relationship. You need to find a place for yourself if you truly don't want to live with your parents anymore, but don't move in with her.
Yeah, don't you have friends? Aren't your friends telling you off for this? It's a bit crazy. Like, let's say you broke up with a girl after 3 years, you know, and you're dating your boss right off the bat who's already dating somebody else, like 10-year difference. Like, girl, come on. Yeah. Like, you guys are moving in right off the bat. This is a boss. What the hell? Like, even if you replace the boss's gender with a male who's done this, like, then I think you're willing to acknowledge how manipulative your boss has been if you change their gender. But because it's a woman, you're like, yeah, it's lesbian, like, it's okay. No, I think I agree with you, Nara. I'm binning your relationship. Your parents are not something that I'm a concern right now.
Not at all. Lesbinit.
Lesbinit. So the next one was posted on the subreddit Off My Chest. The title is, "Turns out my family only accepted me being a lesbian when I looked feminine and stayed single. I have never felt so alone before, and I, 20F, just had to tell someone. My family is not actually fine with me being a lesbian. They said they accepted me, but they really only would accept me as long as I look feminine and stay single. If I want to stop wearing makeup, shave my head, or start going on dates with women, they push back. I've been out for over a year, and no one gave me a hard time until now. I've been trying to get comfortable with myself, and now I'm ready to change how I look and maybe dip my toe into a dating app. However, none of this is acceptable to my family."
Is she telling her family she wants to be on dating apps?
I don't know, girl. "I feel so lonely. I don't really have any friends because my friend group was the one who told my family I'm a lesbian. I thought my family was okay with it, but it turns out they're not. I haven't told them that I'm moving for my new job. I'm moving in 9 days, and I haven't told anyone yet. I've never been outside of Alberta before, but my new job is in another province. I don't care if they get mad about the job because they are already mad at me. I don't want to leave, but also I don't want to live here if everyone doesn't support me because I'm a lesbian. So it's going to be hard, but I have to do it. That's all I wanted to say." You look confused.
I'm so confused.
Okay, so basically,
yeah,
her friends told her family she's a lesbian. She didn't. It seems like she didn't really want to tell them.
She got dragged out of the closet. Okay.
Yep, and she didn't. They were like, they're okay with it as long as she still stays feminine and she doesn't date women.
Okay.
And she's moving soon, and she just wanted to put it out there that, you know, like off her chest that she's moving soon and it's difficult. I guess she'll be on dating apps and trying to cut her hair or something.
Okay.
Experiment with her looks.
I see how this is happening and why this is happening. Clearly, her family was only fine with her being gay when she didn't look gay. You know? Especially, like, normally older people, they'll be like, oh, these gays with their tattoos and their piercings and shit. So they're like, as long as you still look straight passing, we're completely fine with you. But now, obviously, she wants to experiment a little bit more with her appearance and, you know, sexuality, and they're frightened.
And also, I mean, they're obviously not going to be okay with her, like, talking to women or going on a dating app.
Not.
Clearly, because they want her to still be, you know,
straight
passing, exactly.
Also, your friend's girl. What friends are these?
Terrible friends.
Yeah.
And it just, your family also doesn't, you know, they haven't accepted you. Like, you weren't willing to come out, clearly, for a reason, because your family are kind of strict about everything. And your friends pushed you out of the closet.
She's so young. She's 20 as well. She's moving to a new place all by herself. Listen, girl, I don't think you have much to lose anyway. Clearly, your family's love is very much conditional. And you'd have to, like, fit into a mold. Normally, I'd say, like, you know, as long as things are going well, stay there, you know, and push it a little bit so you can have more comfort. But you're gonna move out anyway. You're moving to a different province. You have a new job. Your friends are shit anyway. Your family, like, is putting you inside a box, and you don't really have any freedom. I get it. She's very scared, isn't she? But
yeah, she's scared.
This is gonna be for the best, you know? And you can shave your head as you want.
Yeah. This is going to be good for you. You'll be able to go to, like, lesbian bars or lesbian clubs or, like, get little...
Canadian lesbian over here.
Is Canada?
Alberta, yeah.
Oh, wow. Really cold. Stay warm.
Stay warm, girl. Bring many jackets and a beanie for your new shaved head, I think.
Yeah, because apparently, like, when you don't have, like, when you have no hair on your head, that your head gets really cold. So I've heard. But... I think it's just letting go of the acceptance that, and, you know, because a lot of times we want to be seen by our families and everything, and I guess not relying on that too much to form your personality, like form your confidence, not relying on validation from family for your confidence, but rather yourself. And it seems like your friends are terrible. I would have told you to rely on your friends, but your friends seem like they outed you out the closet.
What the fuck is up with that?
So I think it's great that you're moving, and, you know, might as well move, might as well make them more mad, and just do what you have to. Like, it's not like you have to confide by their rules or rely on them financially. Like, you already have plans in place. So hopefully you find a community and chosen family who see you and support you and don't make you feel so restrained in your expression.
Yeah, play with your gender expression. Try. Maybe you're actually okay with looking a little bit more feminine, just not, you know, in the cutouts that they put you in. Or maybe you would like to present a little bit more masculine. Do whatever you want. Go shave your head once again, because clearly you want to do that. Also, you want to go on the dating apps. You're not being, like, confined to your family's boundaries anymore in 9 days. This was posted 28 days ago, so I hope you're living a beautiful life now. I know it can be very scary to start new things, but I hope your shaved head is doing well and it's not too cold in your new province.
And you're super young. You've got so much to experience.
Oh, you're so young. You're 20, man.
Stay safe.
Go enjoy life. I'm not binning you.
Yeah, I'm not binning
I'm giving you a beanie.
I'm binning her friends and her family.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So the next post is posted on Actual Lesbians Over 25. It's titled, I don't know if I should continue with my relationship. I am really unsure of what to do in this situation and just wanted to see input. I have talked about this a lot with my therapist and a bit with the two people I'm closest with. Sorry, this is going to be long. Background. My ex and I broke up last November, in brackets, November 2024, and I met my fiancé in late January of this year, which is, I'm assuming, January.
2 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
We became official in March, 3 months, and obviously moved fast. We got engaged in late August, 8 months, 7 months.
Yeah.
And she moved in with me in early October. I am in my early 30s and she's in mid-30s. I am very unsure about the future of the relationship and if should it go forward. I'm going back and forth a lot. I'm engaged to a wonderful woman, but I just don't know if we were meant long term. I have been having increasing anxiety since the beginning of June. I am really struggling with how to even write about this. I'll try to break it down by good and the bad. Good. She is a good, wonderful person. So sweet and kind. Has helped so many people and sees the good people put out there. She is very loving. She's literally obsessed with me and just wants me to be happy. Would do anything for me.
Me.
Has the same life goals, no big differences. She's amazing with doing a lot of chores. She does laundry, dishes, and it is amazing. She knows I struggle with depression and things that make it hard to do chores sometimes. I know there's going to be more bad bullet points than good. I just want to say she is a very sweet and loving partner. She would do anything I wanted, even if it made her unhappy. Now, on to the bad. She is very touchy and needy. She wants to be around and touching me 24/7, even when sleeping. This exhausts me. We have talked about it. It is better, but it is still too much. But I don't know if there's going to be a middle ground where I feel like I have my space and she has her needs met. She wants to be having sex pretty much 24/7. At the first, we had a very active sex life, but as the months went by, I just didn't want to do it anymore. I do it once a week now because I know it's important to her. I don't know if our personalities are coded enough to be lifetime partners. She's very much a tiger, energetic, happy, social, and bouncy, and I'm very much an Eeyore, not energetic, pondering life and things like solo time.
God.
I don't like her family at all. She has been abused by them and it's freaky crazy. They are all conservative. She wanted someone who would have some type of relationship with her family and who would be a co-aunt with her. I don't have an interest in doing that. I am very worried she has some memory issues from past physical abuse. She forgets things a lot. Example, I had surgery and she kept forgetting the date even close leading up to it. I asked her to use tools to help her like calendars. She says she is using them, but I haven't noticed a difference. I was a caretaker for my teenage years and most of my 20s. I cannot do this again. I have also asked her to see a doctor about this and she just hasn't done it yet. She has a lot of trouble with technology and stuff. Like I had to teach her how to place food delivery and grocery store orders. She's still struggling with them and often hands me her phone. Like when promos pop up like Uber One, for example, and she asks what she should do. Like it is a lot. I didn't notice this struggle before she moved in with me. She seems to struggle with basic adult things. She needs to go to multiple doctors, do a couple years worth of taxes, but no savings and her car doesn't work well. She had debt, not a very big amount or anything, and seems to have no idea how to deal with it. I just don't want to have to help her. I want her to deal with those issues by herself like an adult.
Wow.
There is more, but I don't know. I really struggle with this because she's a good, loving partner and adores me. I'm worried it'll crush her and me sometimes, that I'll lose something really special. People see us in public and have said they wish they had what we had. I just don't know. I'm gonna see how I feel in the new year. That's the plan I made. I just want input because I feel so torn. Okay, so what are your initial thoughts?
Jesus Christ. First of all, let me say, having a pros versus cons list to talk about your partner is so diabolical.
I might have to disagree with you on that because I do think that helps at some point. But I think to the extent where you've got more bad things than good things, like...
But you get the vision. It's very teenager behavior.
Yeah, I see it's very pity.
In none of these points that you've mentioned, you say that you're in love with her. And that's one of the comments, and that is very real. I just think something that we did talk about while you were reading this, but everything is about you. It's about me, 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 me. She loves me. She's obsessed with me. She does chores for me. And that's something else. You said you don't want to have to help her. You can't even help this girl to close the Uber One pop-up notification. But she does everything for you. Listen, completely ignoring the fact that you got engaged to this person in 3 months?
And 7 or 6, something like that. But
that doesn't change anything.
Yeah, it's far too quick. It's again like this idea that... Again, like what we touched on in the last post, like this idea of, as lesbians, that you have to U-Haul right off the bat when you haven't even figured out whether you want to be with each other in the long term. But you're so infatuated. You're like, oh yeah, this is it. Like, you don't actually understand yourself.
I don't even think it's infatuation here, though, to be completely honest. I just think as she mentioned, like depression, and that can make it hard to do specific things. I think she found someone that isn't bad enough. It's just all right, that does things for her.
And she did break up with her ex, a month and a half prior to that.
Exactly.
So or 2 months prior to that, which is, and then you're moving super fast. You still need time to be outside a relationship by yourself and navigate the world. And here it seems like you were just filling a gap your ex left
Yeah.
right off the bat and started moving super quickly. And, you know, as you said, it's like the me. All we hear is me in the post, to the point where you also mentioned that it is very sweet and like that she would do anything for you despite it making her unhappy. I think that is a very fucked up thing to say. Like, it seems like you're happy that your partner does not have boundaries for herself.
Yep.
Where she's like, no, I'm not happy with this. But instead, you're willing to make her, you're willing to think that's a pro, that she's going to be unhappy to make you, happy. I don't know. I don't think it's something that should be glamorized. I would want my partner to put boundaries and be happy themselves. I would hate to see them unhappy because of me. Or I would hate to gloss over that idea, or, like, glamorize this idea that my partner will be unhappy if it makes me unhappy. I hate that. Like, if you really care about your partner, you wouldn't want that.
No, she doesn't care about this girl at all.
And also, like, about the sex thing, like, and the touching thing, these are things you figure out during the dating phase. These are things you figure out, like, if you're compatible. She's not wrong for wanting that, and you're not wrong for wanting your space. But these are things you genuinely figure out during your first few months of dating, or the whole time you're dating as well.
But this is their first few months of dating. Their first few months of dating, they're engaged.
It's crazy.
Like, people, give yourself some time, like, you know, and now you're just with this person. You don't love this girl. Let's be real. You love the way she treats you. You do not love her as a human being and as a person that she is. This is very sad, and I hope to God she never finds this post, because this is making me sad. You make me sad.
Literally. Not to mention you're, like, making fun of her or, like, trying to talk down on her for being outgoing. And you're out here talking about, like, you're so introspective. Like, you're super edgy. These are things you figure out whilst you're dating someone. I don't give you your cards for being introspective in this regard, because you're clearly not, you know? You're not someone who's pondering about life and things because you jumped into this relationship.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Girl.
You're not someone I'd give credit for that. You just seem very performative, and you have a lot of issues to deal with in yourself, but you want to project it all onto her. And also not to mention, you're bragging about how she does chores for you like a maid, right? And then you aren't willing to help her close delivery app pop-ups.
Literally, she does everything for you. You can't even help her set up, like, a doctor's appointment. You literally said, I don't want to help her. Why don't you want to help your partner? Is that someone that you want in your life to be? I mean, I don't know. Something tells me if you have a partner, you should feel content in helping them. Matter of fact, that should make you happy. No? Helping someone that you love. You don't want to help this human being, this person that you've been dating, you're engaged to. But you literally said, like, oh, she doesn't, like, behave like an adult. I don't want to have to help her. I've been a caretaker in my teenage years and in my 20s. But now she's your caretaker. She's taking care of you. She's doing your chores. She's doing everything for you. She's making sure that your emotional needs are completely met. And you cannot even close a Uber One pop-up notification for her. Who cares? She's not good with technology. Come on. Not everybody can be good with everything. Give her some grace.
Literally. And she has depth. Like, you can literally advise her on it. Like, you know, what... It sounds like she's willing to do everything for you, but when it's time for you to do things for her, you're like, oh, well, be an adult. That's not how relationships work. What the fuck? It's so much about you. All of this is about you. You dated her for your sake. You jumped into everything for your sake, not for her.
Yeah. I think, obviously, when we are dating someone, we choose people that obviously meet our needs as well and makes us feel good. And you do have to be a little bit selfish when it comes to that, right? You don't choose a partner just because you're going to serve them things. But in this point, you're being so selfish and you're only thinking about yourself. Of course, your partner should do things for you and make your life a little bit easier. But are you doing the same for her? I don't think you are, girl. Matter of fact, you don't want to do anything for her. I don't even understand what's the point of this post, because do you want help with this? I don't think you like this person. I just think you want people to hype you up and be like, yeah, girl, no, you can ignore those things. Your bad points are not even bad things. There's not one thing here that would make me go like, oh, this is a deal breaker.
Yeah, it seemed like, of course, like the sex things, it seems like, you know, physical touch, that's incompatible. The rest is just things, I'm sure she could pull out a big list of things you do on a day today, like you don't do your laundry or nothing. But it just, like you're begging for Reddit to make her seem like a bad person, which Reddit did not. you know?
Yeah.
And you're a terrible person. I think you should. So, what do we think? Like,
Regarding what you just said, I think it would be good for us to read some of the comments because we might get some more input. First comment says, nowhere in this post did you write that you're in love with her. That is true. That is not mentioned anywhere. It's just, oh, she's very good for me. She takes care of me. She does my chores, this and this and that. You're not in love with her. There's no love going around. Only like acts of service that she seems to do all the time for you, and you're happy with that.
like a lot of comments are like talking about how she did move super fast without realizing what's important to her and what's important to her partner.
Okay, so this comment says, this is a mess. Some of it is you being ridiculous, and some of it is stuff that you look at other relationships and it just plays a role in conflict and failure, regardless of whether or not you think they should be such important issues. An example, the sex and touch stuff. It's too soon for these problems and this doubt, which means you clearly don't need to be engaged at the very least. Can I just say this? Because I see this mentality all the time with women. I just don't want to have to help her. I want her to deal with those issues by herself, like an adult. That's not how love works, nor is it realistic. I'm not talking about her specific details necessarily, but the attitude or mentality still is problematic. But that is true, like, in any relationship, not just like romantic relationships or in an engagement. You want someone to help you, you must help someone as well. You know, you cannot be the sole earner of this love and of this help while your partner is starving for the same attention that they give you. We're being a little bit too selfish here, girl.
Absolutely. It just seems like you jumped the gun. Like in the comments it says that she proposed to you. I think you should, like, you know, you rushed, like, you can still say no. Like, you don't just agree to engage with someone. Like, whilst you're dating, before you guys got engaged, there could have been conversations about what's the duration of this relationship, how you move on, how you move forward, where, you know, so when she asks you out, like, asks you to marry her, like, there's this understanding that we know this is the right period of time. But it seems like none of you have the emotional intelligence to communicate these things, and now you're unhappy, and you want to stay solely because, what, she's nice?
Yeah.
She does things for you, but you don't want to do things for... It's clear that you don't like her. And you just love the company she provides you. Or, like, because you don't want to be alone.
Exactly.
And it seems like you're a very selfish lover. And also, not to mention, you don't want to be a co-aunt. Like, the kids never did anything wrong.
Yep.
The kids never did anything wrong. Like, and her relationship with her family, whilst they've abused her and everything, it's up to her. As a partner, all you can do is support her. All you can do is support her. I'm sure she doesn't live with her family, but all you can do really is just support her through it while she processes where she wants to stand with her family.
Exactly. And she knows her family is bad enough to the point that she wants to be a co-aunt, you know. She wants to take this niece under her wing, and you don't want to do that. You're not even willing to do that, something that would be important for her. Because if her family is really abusive, and you mentioned the family is abusive, which is the reason why she has memory issues, she wants to get the kid out of the situation, and you literally just said, no, I don't want to do that. Leave the kid there. Leave the kid in an abusive household. I don't care. I cannot be bothered to go on with you.
It seems like your love is very selfish. And you're incompatible. That's what I would say. So are we binning? What are we binning?
I'm binning this whole human being. I'm sorry, girl. I cannot have much grace for you.
Yeah, me neither.
You're very selfish. You're very insufferable. You're very... God, I don't know. It's not that you're hateful, it's just like you don't give her any grace, and I feel like you hold so much resentment towards this woman and she didn't do anything. Please don't get married.
Yeah, please leave her alone. I'm binning the relationship and you, not necessarily your partner, but I'm binning this.
Yeah, let's bin it.
Yep.
So... this post is coming from the actual lesbian subreddit, and it is titled, "My girlfriend thinks I cheated, but I think it is only a cultural difference. I'm Brazilian, so am I, girl, and my girlfriend is American. She's in Brazil on a university exchange program, and we started dating 6 months ago. I'm very affectionate with my friends and have a lot of them because I like to go out and socialize. In contrast, she's more shy and introspective. I guess the poster is the tiger and the other one is the Eeyore or whatever. She asked me to tone down how I interact with my friends, like avoiding too much hugging and other playful behaviors. Last Saturday, we were at a bar and a friend sat on my lap. She got really angry and left, which ruined the mood. I stayed for another hour because I was also angry and felt like she overreacted. When I got to her house, she told me she felt like I cheated on her, which I don't think I did. I see this as a cultural difference, but she insists it's my fault. Would other Americans feel the same way? Am I wrong?
I think you should stop by talking about it, Miss Brazil.
Yeah, exactly. So as a Brazilian, I must say this is very much a cultural thing. Especially as a Brazilian, like I was raised in Portugal, I grew up there. Every time I go to Brazil, this whole behavior like of being extremely touchy with your friends and your family and even people you met like 5 minutes ago, it is very common. I can see how to an American, someone Western, this behavior is seen as cheating, but I feel like this is some boundaries that you have to discuss with your partner. Though I think it is very difficult to change this cultural thing about yourself because it is so ingrained in Latin culture in general. I don't know, because this really bothers her partner.
Yeah.
She feels like she was cheated on in front of her own eyes, but
I also think like her partner needs to be willing to give the grace. Like you're clearly in Brazil, like in a university, if you're dating a Brazilian person, like kind of like understand the culture of it you're stepping into. Not everything is the same as American standards, American culture. I think a lot of Americans, they project that they are the, sole kind of, they know all the standards, which are like, their standards are global.
It's the default.
Their boundaries are global, and it's the default, when that's not true. And like, your girlfriend, like, she's in Brazil, like, she should know slightly better. She could at least be like, look, I'm not used to it in my culture, but I understand it's your culture, instead of thinking you cheated on her, which is not true. Especially being in Brazil, like, come on, like.
What I will say is, I do think having your friend just like deciding to sit on your lap, that is a bit disrespectful because yes, Brazilians are touchy, but we are not stupid. The girls know the boundaries. She knew what she was doing by sitting on your lap. So maybe talk to your friend. Maybe be like, hey, listen, now that I'm in this relationship, my partner is really uncomfortable with you sitting on my lap. It's fine. We can still hug, we can still hang out and do all of this. Maybe just don't sit on my lap because come on, guys. I think in any culture that would be seen as a little bit like,
okay, fair enough.
It's a little bit, if she's getting, I don't know, uncomfortable with you hugging your friends and being touchy with them, that's a different thing. Sitting on your lap, yeah, I think that's a boundary we can cut down on. We can chop that a little bit, be like, listen, maybe let's not do this at all. I was gonna say just in front of my partner, but definitely don't do that in private. That's even worse.
Yep.
But your partner does need to understand that Brazilians are very touchy, especially she's in Brazil. Maybe she should, hang out with more Brazilian people and see that it is not a you thing. It is general. Obviously not everybody. I'm not going to put everybody inside of a bag and be like, oh, all Brazilians are whores. That's not what I'm saying. But we are very touchy. That is true. Very touchy, very affectionate. Maybe just ask your homie not to sit on your lap.
Yeah. So what do you think? Are we binning?
I'm not binning. I'm putting them in the recycling. Giving you a little wash,
Yeah, y'all are not that bad. Just talk about your boundaries. And I'm thinking from, like, American Girlfriend, like, there's this default setting they have. Like, again, I said earlier, they think their boundaries are, like, the default or the righteous ones. I think just having that open conversation. And also, like, hugging and other playful behavior, like, sitting on your lap, like, come on, that's a bit...
Yeah.
That is a bit too much, I agree. But hugging and stuff, like, y'all need to talk that out.
Talk it out. Also, I think it would be nice for us to see that you do not need to only be touchy and affectionate with your partner. You should also do that with your friends, and not a lot of cultures do have that. Like, hug your friends, give them a little kiss on the cheek, tell them you love them. It's common. It is nice. It makes people feel good and loved. But I understand, like, for Americans, it is very much something you only do to your partners or to your kids when they're babies and they're tiny. Show your friends love and affection. Don't sit on their laps, though.
Yeah, don't sit on their laps. I think it's also family. Your friends are your chosen family.
Exactly.
So doing things like that with them. But just clarifying that with your partner would be good.
That would be good. I'm not binning you, girl. I'm just...
Recycling.
I'm recycling you a little bit.
Okay, guys, that's it from us for the first episode. We had a lot of fun.
Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Also, we just created a subreddit. It is very empty, so please feel free to add your stories so we can discuss it on the pod.
All our links are below. Follow us to keep up to date with the pod.
And now, Nads, listen, the bin is full. I'm gonna take the trash out, guys.
Yeah, we got some recycling as well this time.
Some recycling as well. See you next time. Bye.
That was good.
Can we bin it?
Lesbinit.